right.
ये देखिए मेरी वाइफ बिल्कुल किसान बन चुकी है। This is Bali Khamar temple. Probably this is not as old as the other ones. This looks new, but this is on way, so we thought of visiting this too. This looks new. I am not very sure, and there is no one to ask here. यहाँ पे कोई है भी नहीं जिससे मैं पूछूं ये मंदिर पुराना है कि नया है, लेकिन इसमें भी काफ़ी काम है। अच्छा, मंदिर तो बंद है अभी, पूरा गोडाउन बना हुआ है ये। बाकी इसके बारे में और इन्फॉर्मेशन बाद में हम शेयर करेंगे जैसे जैसे मिलता आता है। ये हम आ गए हैं चौसठ योगिनी टेम्पल में। तीसरा ये लगभग 9वीं शताब्दी का बना हुआ है। रानी हीराबाई ब्रह्मा डायनेस्टी, रानी हीरा देवी सॉरी, ब्रह्मा डायनेस्टी, ब्रह्मा वंश की रानी थी, उन्होंने ये बनवाया था एकदम। इसके अलावा हम 2 और चौसठ योगिनी टेम्पल में जा चुके हैं इससे पहले। एक जो भुवनेश्वर के पास हीरापुर में है, और एक जो मध्य प्रदेश में है, जगह का नाम मुझे ठीक याद नहीं आ रहा। ये कंपैरेटिवली काफ़ी छोटा है, मध्य प्रदेश का सबसे बड़ा है, और भुवनेश्वर के पास जो है वो भी छोटा है। ये और भुवनेश्वर लगभग सेम है, एक साइज़ के हैं। You can see it's again of the structure of our parliament. It's typical of all these Chausath Yogini temples.
The Chausath Yogini temple was built in the 9th or 10th century in ranipurjharial village in the district of Balangir, Odisha. The temple is located around 33 kilometers from Titlagar town and around 26 kilometers from Kantambanji town of district of Balangir, Odisha. The temple is circular, hypothetical 64 Yogini temple made of sandstone, some around 15 feet in diameter. In addition to these temples, there are 56 other temples. There were several other temples in the area before the demolition, but in the heat of the moment, they are in ruins. According to history, the temple was built by Someshwar Gupta, king of Som dynasty. In this temple, Shiva, Kartikeya, Gajalakshmi and Buddha are worshipped. According to some historians, the temple was built by the famous Jainist Shivacharya between 60 and 420 AD, named Gagana Shiva. Buddhism is said to have influenced some Buddhist idols in the area. There are 5 villages in ranipurjharial, Bahabal, Bali Khamar and Khansil. It is believed that there was a Buddhist culture here, as some Buddhist idols were found at the site. Ranipurjharial is an ancient heritage site in Odisha. According to some sources, 32 ponds and 120 temples were built here on a 6-mile long plain. Now there are only a few of them left. Somatirtha Ranipurjharial is a top tourist attraction in Balangir, Odisha. The Chausath Yogini Ranipurjharial temple is a fascinating destination for tourists, especially those interested in history, architecture and spirituality. Talking about a brief on the story of Chausath Yoginis, The Chausath Yoginis are the ancient tantric goddesses representing 64 fierce feminine powers derived from goddess Durga or Adishakti to defeat the demon Raktabija. They manifested to consume his blood before it hit the ground, preventing the creation of new demons, and are worshipped in unique circular open air or hypaethereal temples dating from 9th to 12th centuries. The cult flourished between the 9th and 12th centuries and was closely tied to esoteric tantric practices aimed at attaining siddhi or magical powers. Another feature of the temples associated with Chausath Yoginis is that they're either circular, maximum once are circular, or rectangular. We have instance of one rectangular Chausath Yogini temple. The icons are 64 in number, but even that is not steady, that is not constant. There can be 64, they can be 42, they can be 81. We have found temples of varying different numbers, but somehow this term has become generic. So even if there are 81 yoginis in a shrine, they are still called the Chausath Yoginis. The yoginis are more or less shown independent of a male consort, independent of a male deity. Normally in Hindu iconography, goddesses are shown with male deity, like Lakshmi is shown with Vishnu and Parvati is shown with Shiva. But in this context, we don't see any male consort standing with the yoginis. If at all there is a male god, there is Bhairava, who is shown at the center of some of the temples. Not all of the temples, that too sometimes placed even a century or two after the making of the shrine. The important thing about Yogini goddess is that she is independent, she is autonomously placed, even architecturally, sculpturally, she is shown on her own. She has all the attributes for being divine, she is multi-limbed, she can have 4 heads, she can have many heads. Also, another feature is that she is very often therianthropic, that is, she has the head of an animal and the body of a human being. Each of the yoginis is different from the other. Their size, like their life size, and even when they are seated, they are 3 feet and above, most of them. Some of them are of course smaller, like the ones at Hirapur. They are group divinities. The yoginis will always be worshipped in a group 64, 42, 81. Other group divinities like Saptamatrikas, which predate yoginis, are very often included within the yoginis. According to various legends, yoginis were humans only initially and they become divine. Another legend says the yoginis are supposed to be women who help the tantric practitioner. A human woman will become a yogini who will help the tantric practitioner to achieve moksha. So there is a very strong human element as well as divine. They were polymorphous, their roles were changing all the time. They had different roles to play, not only within the texts that we find them in, but even in different regions, they are region specific. The idols are often depicted with animal heads or dancing on creatures, symbolizing their control over nature and primal instincts. These temples are unique for being circular and open air, usually situated on hills outside towns, representing a wheel of power or chakra with a main shrine often dedicated to Shiva or Mahamaya in the center. Famous temples include those in Balangir, Hirapur, Jabalpur and Mitauli. It is believed that they represent Shakti's protective and destructive aspects, providing security to devotees, and are associated with the Bhairava cult, quite often associated with the ability to grant spiritual knowledge and siddhis. Some interpretations link the Chausath Yoginis to the Chausath Kalas or arts mentioned in the ancient Indian scriptures. The primary entrance to the temple is an opening in the circular wall towards the east. Unlike at the Hirapur Yogini temple, there was once a further opening towards the south, now filled in. Ranipurjharial was the first of the Yogini temples to be discovered. It was discovered by Major General John Campbell in 1853. At the center of the temple is the original shrine with 4 pillars, holding an image of Nateshwar Shiva as Lord of Dance. The Shiva image is 3-faced and 8-armed and is depicted with Urdhva Linga and erection. Elephant-headed Ganesh and bull Nandi are shown in the image's base. The similar-sized image of goddess Chamunda in the temple may once have been housed with Shiva in the central shrine. The ranipurjharial yoginis are made like the temple walls of a coarse sandstone which was weathered. They were once finely carved. Uniquely, all yogini images are depicted poised about to dance in the Karana pose of Indian classical dance. Like the Hirapur temple, but unlike other yogini temples, there are no matrikas, mother goddesses among the yoginis. 14 of the yoginis are animal-headed. Among them can be seen goddesses with the heads of a cat, an elephant, a snake, a horse, a buffalo, an antelope, and seemingly also of a leopard and a sow. The leopard-headed goddess is holding up a human corpse, suggestive of the corpse rituals Shava sadhana of the yogini cult. The absence of halos or attendant figures as the later yogini temple suggests that the temple was built relatively early. The 19th century archaeologist Alexander Cunningham described 2 further yogini images. One had the attribute of sun god Surya. She had 2 arms, a lotus flower in each hand, and 7 horses. The other, now only from the knees down, was dancing on a reclining male. She had 6 or 8 arms and was depicted pulling her mouth open wide. She held a skull cap, a kettle drum, and a sword.
ये चौसठ योगिनी जो मंदिर है उसके आप थोड़ा सा आगे आएंगे तो जो टीला है उससे नीचे उतर के आपको ये सारे मंदिर दिखेंगे। यहाँ पे बहुत सारे मंदिर हैं। बोला जाता है कि यहाँ पे कम से कम 50 मंदिर थे, जिनमें से अभी कुछ ही शेष बाकी हैं। आप देखिए एक के बाद एक मंदिर है। देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ टेम्पल्स ऑल अराउंड हियर। दिस इज़ अ ब्यूटीफुल सीन, दिस इज़ लवली। और एक मेन मंदिर नीचे है जो कि शायद मेरे हिसाब से सोमेश्वर मंदिर है यहीं पर। चल 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 चलो। चलो चलो এসো এসো পড়বে এসো চলো চলো আমি গাড়িতে যাবো এই দেখ ও বাবা দিয়ে তাকাবি না বাবা দিয়ে তাকাবে না ছেড়ে ছেড়ে চলে গেছি তো
I continue with ranipurjharial in the next part of this episode when we visit the hillock on the other side of the pond the next morning when we travel towards Jagdalpur.